Well, let's make a grilled cheese sandwich again. And this time I'm using our Sajji barbecue Gouda, which has 7 different spices. So it has more like a chipotle peppers and some other ingredients. But it's just, it has this, when you bite into it, we always say you always have to feel like there's a party in your mouth. And that's what is important for White Jasmine products. All of our products should do that. And if it doesn't, start over. And let's make this, and this actually grilled cheese also won a couple of championships. So I'm very proud of our cheeses because it seems like they're very, let's get this started. They're very popular, as well as people like the flavors. So a lot of our customers try to use it in different ways, and you certainly can experiment, because cooking is all about experimenting and finding new flavors that you would like. So again, I have some sourdough bread, and I buttered it on this side. So let's put this over here. And this one goes, so it's like little heart. That's what you want to do with your bread. And you can use any kind of bread, really. And as it starts to get warm, we'll start adding the cheese. And with this recipe, I actually have chicken slices. So really, really thin chicken breast slices that we are going to use in conjunction with the cheese. And so it adds a little bit of a different flavor to it. And you can use pesto as well if you like, on one side, and that also helps. As many flavors as you can add, always going to be good, almost always. So as it starts to get warm, and again, our White Jasmine promises that it's going to be easy, it's going to be delicious, and very flavorful, and of course pretty, because food has to look good. Nobody wants to eat ugly food, right? So as it starts to get warm, I'm going to add the cheese first. And be generous with your cheese. I like to use the grated cheese so that it melts really well. You can use sliced too, but it will take a little bit longer. You can hear the sizzle, always a good thing. And again, just pile it up. And then we'll use some of the chicken slices. I have 3 of them here, so it will be a good combination with the cheese. So very thin deli slices. And as you kind of press it down a little bit, it's going to turn out to be a really good sandwich. You want to wait until the second piece of bread gets a little bit toastier, a little bit more golden brown. There we go. Oh, I think it's kind of attached to the cheese. There we go. You bring it in the middle and just kind of press it down so that they can play together. The bread, the butter, the chicken, and the cheese. All of them. And what a great, sandwich for a snack maybe, or for lunch. And you can have some fruit with it, or a nice salad, or soup in winter, which is always nice. But we wanted to do it like an adult grilled cheese. So with our cheeses, it always works, because it's really, let me get this over, so we can have both sides. There you go, we have golden brown here. Because it adds so much more flavor, to your grilled cheese, and you can just enjoy it. It's always fun to make new flavors, discover new flavors. It opens another window, to the cooking world. And I can always appreciate that. I didn't go to school to be a chef. My background is actually IT and accounting, a very different side of the brain. But I just love to cook because my house feels so warm and flavorful, and smells so good. And I make a lot of friends, because if you cook well, you make a lot of friends. No matter where I've lived in the world, it's always been true. People like to eat. I think this is done. Let's take this one out. There we go. And what is important is that it should have a crunch when you cut it. We always talk about that in some of my presentations, so there we go. Take a sharp knife, cut it off, and let's see, here's our cheese and the chicken. So it's all piled up, and as you start to eat, the cheese is going to continue to melt. So I hope you get a chance to try it. We'll see you next time.